yearly sale, amassing over $160 million in sales. More than 1,000 stake races have been won by horses that were connected to him in some capacity before he died in 1990. Northern Dancer, a champion on the racetrack, his legacy continues to live on. For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Pate.
Get the latest news, opinion, and analysis from MMA to boxing and the professional wrestling world 24/7. SiriusXM Fight Nation, SiriusXM 156, and the SXM app.
This is the NBA on SiriusXM.
Full steam out of the backcourt, all the way to the rim for a thunderous slam.
Every game, all season long, through the NBA Finals.
Drives, he jump stops, he's off balance, he put it up and in. I don't know how.
Your home for hoops is SiriusXM Radio. Now, let's take you courtside for the game.
In Detroit on Monday night. No IQ, no Grady Dick tonight. And here is Darko on the lack of three-point opportunities without those two.
It's creating a problem with spacing. Those guys, their natural gravity, they shoot a lot of threes. They're shooting them at a high clip. And obviously defense, when you have those type of guys on the court, they're going to tend to be closer to them. And otherwise, they're going to be going a lot on their own screens. I think we're doing a really good job of still getting to the paint quite a bit and finding ways to be creative, how to get to the paint and how to set, different angles of screens so we can free up our drivers to the rim and also to open up some roles, and also affects not just like those driving lanes but for cutting as well. When somebody is off the body, it's really hard to cut to the rim and open up some layups there.
Noticeable in the starting lineup tonight, Jacoby Walter for the Raptors, and for the Pelicans, Dejounte Murray back in, returning after injury. Coach Darko on what Murray brings to the table for the Pelicans.
High-level player. There is a reason Pelicans made that move to bring him to the team. I think he's proven player in NBA through San Antonio and playing in Atlanta. Now over here, obviously he brings a completely different dynamic to the team. Somebody who is a point guard with a lot of size, who can. He's very good in getting to his spots on the floor and being efficient shooting from those spots, and also defensively, he is somebody who, with his size and physical ability, somebody who really helps their defense.
Jamal Shead had a pretty good game in Detroit. Here's Coach Darko on Shead finding his shot.
I never like to put on guys and to think if you make shots, everything else is everything is good. Because shot is such a thing. Even when you look at the best players in the league, they still miss more than 50% of their threes. So those shots will be in waves. What's important is to affect the game in so many other ways. And I think the Jamal defense, aggressiveness, he's really improving off the ball. To be honest with you, when I watch film, I see much more tendency to be in the right spots, to recognize what's coming, to blow up some of the actions. It's a learning the league. One night, he might end up guarding Beasley. The other night, he might end up guarding CJ McCollum. Those are prolific scorers. Those guys, they really know how to put a ball in a hoop. So for him to learn that, to understand, to sniff out those actions, what's coming, it's very good. And while he's still doing a great job on the ball defending, like now he can get in the rhythm on the offensive side and take some catch and shoot threes as good opportunities.
Okay, let's just bring Javon in for one quick question. Jacoby Walter starting tonight, Javon. What do you make of that? What will we see from him?
I think it was a little surprising for me. But at the same time, Coach Darko, you heard him talk about the shooting and missing IQ, missing Grady, and the gravity that those guys have on the floor, opening up, because they can knock down shots. And I think Jacoby, you give him some time, give him some confidence. He's one of those guys that can knock down shots for you, open up lanes for guys to drive to the basket. But he's going to learn. He's going to learn on the fly because he's also going to be playing against New Orleans teams that is probably going to go under a lot of screens, like Darko mentioned, against RJ, against Scotty. And that's going to allow, the defense to rotate out to him a bit quicker. So he's got to be active, got to be engaged, and got to be ready, shot ready, and ready to play.
Javon, thanks. Countdown to tip-off is next. This is Raptors Game Night on TSN 1050.
Greenhouse gas pollution heats the planet
and threatens our nature.
Canada's carbon price is designed to reduce this pollution in order to protect our environment.
And the Canada Carbon Rebate gives money back to Canadians.
In Ontario, an individual gets $560 this year, with a bonus for those in rural areas.
Have it both ways with the Canada Carbon Rebate. Find out how it works and how much you could receive at canada.ca/carbon rebate.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Why choose Maple Toyota for a pre-owned Toyota? Simple. Many pre-owned vehicles in Maple Toyota's wide inventory were originally purchased new at Maple Toyota. Each comes with a well-documented history of regular maintenance by Toyota certified technicians. And all pre-owned vehicles are clearly marked with the best price for a no-haggle, stress-free experience. Thinking of getting yourself a pre-owned Toyota? Make it Maple. Browse the outstanding pre-owned inventory today at mapletoyota.com.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
How do you, Subway holiday lover?
I'm dreaming of a turkey sub.
Well, hold on to your chestnuts for Subway's new festive faves meal. A 6-inch turkey sub with cranberry Dijon, crispy potato rings, and 2 red velvet cookies.
Ooh, jingle my bells.
No thank you, but all this delicious and fixins for just $8.99.
Yum. Maybe some sugar plums.
No idea what that is. The new festive faves meal. A merry $8.99. Only at Subway. At participating Canadian restaurants. Extras additional. Terms and conditions apply.
By the fireplace.
Going on vacation? Spending money in another currency? From dollars to dong, pounds to pesos. If you're still using major banks, you could be getting ripped off. Instead, use Wise and save up to 3 times compared to major banks when you spend money in another currency. Download the Wise app today. Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Terms and conditions apply.
TSN and TSN Plus are your home for the National Lacrosse League.
Scores!
The action revs up on Face-Off Weekend.
Amazing goal!
November 29th to December 1st. NLL on TSN and TSN Plus.
It's beginning to sound a lot like Christmas with iHeart the Holidays. Non-stop Christmas music 24/7. All your festive favorites. Unwrap the magic of the season, one song at a time. Ask your smart speaker to play iHeart the Holidays on iHeartRadio. Download the free app today.
Welcome to the press conference. We're thrilled to announce our team's latest acquisition, Google Pixel 9 on Bell. With Gemini, Google's all-star AI on Canada's fastest and most reliable 5G network, we're ready for a standout season.
Add Google Pixel 9 on Bell to your team. Get up to $800 off when you trade in an eligible phone. Learn more at bell.ca/Google or visit a Bell store. Bell, smartphones just got better.
Where do you find your go-to festive favorites? At Metro, of course. Get high-quality meat like boneless, skinless chicken breast for just $4.66 per pound. But only until November 27th at your go-to Metro or online at metro.ca.
This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
And continuing on the road tonight, 0-2 in this trip so far. They're in New Orleans tonight against the Pelicans, and there's a lot of similarities here. Both teams are 4-14. The Raptors 0-10 on the road. Raptors have lost 9 of their last 11. Hidden in there is a 2-game winning streak. Pelicans have lost 11 of their last 12. Let's go over to Paul Jones and Javon Shepard, and the one thing they have in common, Jonesy, is opportunity knocks.
Well, both of these teams are looking at each other like, hey, man, this is some fresh meat right here. This is one of those games, and Javon can relate to this. This is one of those games like early in the preseason where it's practice and you've been playing against the same people all the time. They know everything that's going on. It's just frustrating. And finally you get somebody new to play against that you think you can beat. And both teams are looking at each other in that same regard.
It's funny, Jonesy, because you took me back to a couple games in my career, and you could tell by the shoot-around that coaches know that this is a winnable one. This is a winnable one. And then the morale changes. Everybody's energy's up. The shoot-around, there's a different type of energy. And this is one of those games for the Raptors where, they're looking to get their first road win this season. And I can imagine that was the same type of feel, same type of energy. And, obviously you're looking at a New Orleans team that is undermanned tonight. And, the Raptors are obviously missing IQ, Kelly, Grady. But it's still one of those ones where you're saying to yourself, let's get it done. Let's get it done, right? Come out with a different type of energy. And, how they ended the game against Detroit, that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You got to play that type of inspired basketball, right? And not have the start that you had against Detroit. His starts have been a big part of the Raptors' struggles this season. And as a young team, you've got to tap into that and say, okay, no, coming out this game, a winnable game, I got to come out with force. I got to come out with some fire and change things.
Got to come out against a team that really is not playing well. They're 4-14. They had huge expectations. They've had injuries, but New Orleans last in scoring, 26 in opponents' points allowed, 27th in field goal percentage, 28th in three-point attempts. The Raptors have some bad numbers too, but New Orleans is right there with them.
New Orleans has had no consistency, right? Like 5 of the Pels projected top 6 have missed more than 10 games this season. So they just haven't been able to get a rhythm themselves.
All right, starting lineup, Jacoby Walter, Scotty Barnes, Ochai Agbaji, R.J. Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl. And as it has always been, tonight's starting lineup is driven by Subaru. Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical, full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer to book a test drive today. Raptors will wear the white tonight. And always love going to New Orleans. The Crescent City, always full of action, great food. Nice to get onto Bourbon Street and hear some music. And hopefully the Raptors didn't spend too much time on Bourbon Street and they are ready to rock tonight and get their first road W of the NBA season. Your officials tonight: Sean Corbin, Pat Frere, and Danielle Scott. The Raptors in the white, New Orleans in one of the alternate uniforms, purple with green, has Mardi Gras New Orleans written all over it. Tip is won by Toronto. They will come front court from right to left. Barnes with the ball. Gets it to Barrett. RJ in the lane. Into the corner. Jacoby Walter, 3. Got it. That's why I'm in the lineup in the bottom of the well.
That's it. Great shot. 4 players touch the basketball. Around the horn. You move it. Jacoby Walter doing a good job spacing to that left corner as RJ penetrates. And a great kick out. Shot ready, like I said. Shot ready, young bull.
3-0 Toronto. McCollum, far side, left wing. Over to Murray, near side, right wing, guarded by Jacoby Walter. Up in his kitchen. Murray, pull up, 3, no good. Rebound knocked away. Here comes Toronto. Barrett on the run, far side. Right wing, kicks to Scotty. 3 in the air up top, no good. Rebound, Brandon Boston Jr. Two-way player out of Kentucky. Murray in the lane, lays it up, no good, and he's fouled. Dejounte Murray.
So fast.
Yeah, with a quick move, getting into the lane and drawing the foul.
And Jacoby Walter's going to learn quick. That first possession, he did a good job getting into his space, not allowing him to move, but he's so quick on the second one here. He gets it on the catch, and he's already in a right-to-left crossover, getting himself down to the 10.
So Dejounte Murray, originally drafted by San Antonio, traded to Atlanta, and now toiling with the Pelicans. 3-1, first free throw good for the University of Washington man. Second one goes down. 3-2, Toronto front court. Barrett to Barnes, far side right wing above the arc. Cross court to Jacoby Walter, fires it again. No good, rebound knocked away. Here comes New Orleans. Boston into the corner, far side. McCollum up top, deep three. Javonte Green, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Walter. Up the near side, left wing. 10:30, we're a minute and a half in first quarter. And Walter turns it over and then gets it right back. And then finds Abaji, who lays it up. Goaltending. Raptors go up 5-2.
Good job by Jacoby recovering the basketball. He's a little loose with the handle. A careless pass. It was almost a turnover. Gets a hand on it. And the behind-the-back pass to Abaji, who does a good job of getting the ball off of the glass before the defense can get to it. And picks up the 2 on the goaltend.
5-2 Toronto. 10-10 first quarter. McCollum into the lane. Jumper in the air, good. 10-footer.
It's a professional score.
Yeah. CJ McCollum makes it 5-4 Toronto. Pirtle on the lob, down low to Barnes. Dribbles it out of trouble, tries to find Abaji in the lane. It's turned over. The pass behind him, he couldn't handle it. Deep three from Boston, no good. Rebound Barnes, outlet Abaji. Raptors on the run, 3-on-3. Ochai, drive, kick out. Jacoby Walter, 3 short. Long rebound out to Barnes. Scotty up top, straight away, drives left, gets into the lane, floats it up and in, and a foul. Scotty, determined, intentional, gets to the cup, lays it in, and the Raptors go up 7-4 and a free throw to come.
I like that take by Scotty, right? The first 4 shots for the Raptors have been at the three-point line, and all really good shots, right? 1 for 4 there. But Scotty gets this on the offensive rebound kick out and doesn't just settle at the three-point line, uses big body and force and gets down into the basket for an N1 opportunity.
8-4, Barnes converts the old-time three-point play. Toronto with the early lead, a much better start so far. McCollum down to the baseline far side, left wing in front of the Raptor bench, up top to Murray. On Abaji, contested jumper short, rebound Toronto. Ochai with the stop. Here comes RJ, front court. Gets to his left hand, into the lane, floats it up and in. Score it and a foul. Boston takes the foul. RJ to the line for one more as he's got 2 looking for the old-time three-point play.
I know the scouting report says, don't let RJ get to that left hand. But he is so tough and so physical that he's getting contact on the way to the basket. And as much as you're trying to deny him and teams are trying to deny him that left hand, he is getting there with so much will, right? He gets tripped up here on the way to the basket, and Boston jumps on that right shoulder, fouls him, and he still finds a way to not only get to the basket, but a clean finish off the glass.
Barrett misses the free throw, so Toronto leads 10-4. We tick under 9 minutes first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans. McCollum 3 over Pirtle, short. Rebound, Isaiah Robinson-Earl. Kicks it into the corner to McCollum. Drive, floats it up. No good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Rebound knocked away. New Orleans has it again. Kick it up top to Murray. To Robinson-Earl, puts it up. Actually, that was Yves Missy. And he was fouled as Toronto gave up 3 offensive rebounds there, Javon.
That's something there, right? You got a gang rebound and shot goes up, right? Not just getting caught ball watching, but finding a body, right? And clearing out the blue shirts that are in the area. And even if you can't corral the basketball, come up with the basketball, making sure that whoever you're boxing out and whoever's in your vicinity, they're not getting the rebound.
Free throw good. 10-6. New Orleans cuts it to 4. Raptors front court in the white. Pirtle kicks to the corner. Abaji, corner 3, no good. Jacoby Walter with the rebound. Kick out to Barrett. His 3 in the air, no good. Dejounte Murray with the rebound. Outlet McCollum. CJ into the lane. Stops. Cut off by Pirtle. They swing it up top. Murray spins into the lane. Finds Missy. Reverse layup, no good, but he's fouled. And Scotty Barnes on something that I've always talked about. It looked like the big Frenchman stepped out of bounds.
It did look like he had that back foot out.
And the referees are always looking for the contact near the rim and rarely see a foot touch the baseline. Free throw, no good.
Missy, the rookie out of Baylor. These all rookies in rebounds.
Second free throw in the air. Rattles that one down. So the lead is 10-7 for Toronto.
Basketball lineage for Missy, right? Both parents play for the Maroon national team.
Barnes up top. On the drive, gets into the lane. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound, McCollum on the run. TJ shaking with Scotty. Makes the pass, deep three, far side, no good. Rebound, Barrett has it knocked away. They get it back. McCollum, deep three, no good. Green in the lane, puts it up, no good. Pirtle finally corrals the rebound for Toronto. 7:20 first quarter, 10-7 Raptors. Scotty, step back three, no good. Here comes Dejounte Murray. Straight away, Murray works left. Tries to find Messi in the lane, and it's mishandled, out of bounds. Toronto will have it. 7 minutes first quarter. Barrett drives, has it blocked. Here comes New Orleans. Left to right. McCollum near side, right wing, three, no good. Rebound, RJ Barrett. New Orleans, 1 for 12. They've got 7 points, 1 field goal, and 5 free throws. And we got a timeout on the floor. So let's take a break. 10-7, Toronto leading 6:47 first quarter. You listen to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN, 1050, Toronto.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant, never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium 1-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your...
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us during the Raptors game tonight, thank you for hanging out with us. Please, if I got your attention, please help us grow this awesome community of Toronto sports fans that we have here. We're on our way to 100K to go get that plaque, baby. That's what we're doing. Thank you for hanging out with us every single Toronto Raptors game, and we're live for every single Toronto sports game, plus the playoffs. So hopefully the Raptors will make the playoffs, or they're going to tank for flag. I don't know. We'll find out through the season, but thank you for being here and hitting that subscribe button and turn on that bell. And if you are already part of the club, thank you for joining us on this ride so far. We'll see you back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors!
Jones, Javon Shepard. You'll hear from Jim Taddy at halftime. Owen Hall, Cameron Moore behind the glass. Raptors and the Pelicans going at it. 10-7 Toronto, and injuries have ravaged both of these teams. Number 1 in man games lost to injury this year in the NBA is Memphis. Next is New Orleans with 86. After that, Toronto with 82. Injuries are just a killer that will derail you every step of the way, Javon.
That said, we're only 18 games into the season.
Yeah.
Think about it. And hopefully, you know what? Hopefully you get your injury bug now, as every team is going to go through it, right? It's very seldom, very rare does a team go through an entire season, an entire postseason completely healthy.
Toronto ball front court in the white, moving right to left. Pirtle guarded by Tice. Gets it to Barnes. Scotty squares for three. A good look. Couldn't get it down. Teams combined 1 of 15 from three. Davion Mitchell into the game for Toronto. Out there with Pirtle, Abaji, Barrett, and Barnes. Tice drives, lays it up, and in.
Good move there and a good pass, good catch at the free throw line on the move. And Tice, one dribble to the right side of the floor. Just getting between Pirtle and the basket.
Raptors come back and knock it down. Abaji with the score for Toronto, 13-9 Raptors with a 4-point lead.
1-3, you got it, Jonesy.
Yep. Too bad I don't get all of what I asked for all the time. Murray up top, straight away. Pelicans in the purple, moving left to right. Near side. On the drive. Raptors come up with the block. Jordan Hawkins denied. Raptors come back. Barrett lobs it up, and Scotty on the business end of the alley-oop slams it down. 15-9 Toronto. Good old-fashioned fast break basketball. Ball in the middle, run the lane. Give me a layup, Javon. Hawkins back with a three for New Orleans. 15-12, Raptor lead cut to three. Pirtle straight away, gets it to Barnes. Scotty dribble handoff, Ocha. Curls into the lane, kick to Barrett. Three up top, good, down the bottom of the well for RJ Barrett.
And you know what, when you're willing to give up the basketball like RJ did in transition with that lob to Scotty, your teammates are willing to give you back the basketball. Baji comes off the screen, RJ spotting up, and it gives himself great space in the gap in the vision of Abaji for the three.
18-12 Toronto. New Orleans with the miss. 4:40 first quarter. Here come the Raptors with a 6-point lead. Abaji shot fake to Mitchell. Now to Barnes. His three near side, no good. Rebound comes down to Dejounte Murray.
Thought he a bit trigger happy from three, ain't he?
He's
0 for 4.
Hey, make till you miss till you make. He gets the block there, and Abaji let it go out of bounds, and Scotty was like, no, man, I blocked that. Hold that. So the Raptors hanging on to an 18-12 lead, and Chris Boucher is in the game for Toronto. And we got a foul up top. Raptors a little bit too handsy there, as the foul will go on Ochai. .420. That's what's left. First quarter, Raptors with a much better start. 18-12. Here comes New Orleans. Tice on the drive into the lane. Tice with the layup.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing number 27, but he's wearing 10 for New Orleans. Can't mistake those arm sleeves and tattoos, though.
He's also moving like a guard from the three-point line, so I get it.
That surprised me, too.
He shot out of there like a cannon twice now.
Barrett, three up top, no good. Long rebound out of bounds. Here comes New Orleans, trailing 18-14. Mitchell guarding Elfrid Payton. A one-time New Orleans player. They signed him to a one-year deal recently, and he turns it over. Back comes Toronto. 3:25 first quarter, leading 18-14. Boucher up top. On the bounce. Launches a three straight away, short. Rebound Payton.
Yeah, that's a tough possession right there. Bad pass to Chris Boucher across the court from RJ. And Chris just slings up a shot, top of the key.
Corner three in the air from Green, no good. Rebound Pirtle. Outlet Mitchell. On the run, Davion. Far side, right wing, left hand to the middle. Kicks to the corner, Boucher. Shot ready, catch and shoot three, no good. Raptors 3 of 14 from distance. Robinson Earl with the drive and lays it in. 18-16, Raptor lead cut to 2. Mitchell up top. Straight away. Against Payton. Drives, finds Pirtle, has it knocked away, retrieves it. Into the corner, Barrett, catch and shoot 3, no good. Rebound, fought for underneath. New Orleans ball, they break out with a 2-on-1. Jeremiah Robinson Earl lays it in, and we're tied at 18. .205 to go. That's what's left, first quarter. Pirtle. Up top to Mitchell. Drives right to Pirtle. The push floater in the lane, no good. New Orleans on a run and on the run. Payton. Kicks to Robinson Earl into the corner. Hawkins. Up top to Payton. Shot clock at 10. He works screen and roll right side. Up top, Tice 3. Missed everything but the floor. Turn it over, give it to Toronto.
And Toronto right now has got to do a better job on the offensive end. Jonesy, the last couple of shots, or I should say the last couple of shots, majority of their shots have been from the three-point line. They're shooting 20%, 3 for 15 from that three-point line. And you got to see them mix it up a bit. If the ball's not dropping, you got to get into the paint. That last shot by Pirtle is probably the last 6 shots that have been, within 7 feet of the basket.
Let's take a break. 18 apiece, minute 31 to go. First quarter, you're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
This is the sound of an exciting Black Friday sale. And this is the sound of an exciting Black Friday sale at Sleep Country. Black Friday just isn't the same at Sleep Country, except for the best deals on the best brands. Buy one, get one free on best-selling pillows. Get a free gift with a minimum purchase. And right now, save the tax on everything for a limited time only. Don't miss out. The Black Friday event is on now at Sleep Country. Restrictions apply.
A Tim's Donut and Coffee is the original collab. And right now in Toronto, any classic donut is $1 when you buy any size original or dark roast coffee. Get a deal on the iconic duo with a Tim's Dollar Donut. Plus tax at participating restaurants in Toronto for limited time. Terms apply. See app for details.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
Crave presents the next groundbreaking original series from HBO, Dune Prophecy. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive, every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
91 seconds to go, first quarter, game tied at 18. Toronto and New Orleans, both teams struggling from the floor. Toronto 32% on 7 of 22. New Orleans 6 of 22 for 27%. But those numbers don't matter. It's a score that you're looking at, Jamal.
Yeah, you know what, maturity, and you and I talked about it earlier as well. This is where I want to see Scotty. Game management, right? This is what I was talking about. You see that the team is not shooting well, 3 for 15 from three-point line. You've got to be the one to now. You have the advantage. Any matchup you have on the floor is going to be an advantage for you. So get to that left block where you like to operate and get something easy, a quick look to set the tone for everybody else.
Game tied at 18. Raptors ball, front court, in the white, coming right to left. Barnes up top, drive on Robinson Earl. The shot blocked by Tice coming over. Might have been a goaltend, but they say play on. Payton up top. Elfrid Payton works far side, left wing to Tice. Can't handle it, but they get it back, New Orleans. Tice kicks it up top. Hawkins. As the pass deflected out of bounds, so it'll stay with New Orleans. 52.7 seconds to go. First quarter, game tied at 18. Deep three with the shot clock running down by McCollum. Under duress.
Great three-way switch by Scotty, Boucher, and Battle. And not only just switching to take away, and Battle contesting. Discipline, not picking up a foul there.
40 seconds, first quarter. Raptors front court in the white, right to left. Mitchell works left. Into the corner. Battle, catch and shoot. Good. Jamison Battle in the bottom of the well. Raptors go up 21-18. Love the youngsters' confidence. Love it.
When he's in that corner, he's even more of a threat because the last man has got to be the tagger, right? Ball gets kicked out. There's no rotation for him. And he knocks down the three.
New Orleans back quickly. Their bucket cuts it to 21-20. Raptors by 1, 12 seconds to go. New Orleans has a foul to give, and they take it on Scotty driving right. They still leave him 9 seconds to go. Still substantial time, Javon, to get something set and get it going. Alex McKechnie being shown on our monitor. Raptors Vice President of Player Performance celebrated a birthday yesterday. Raptor ball front court, game clock winding down. Mitchell, deep three, no good. And that's the way the quarter will end, with New Orleans snagging the rebound and the Raptors with a 21-20 lead after the first lap of the track.
Well, I tell you, it wasn't a great shooting quarter. Combined 15 for 49. Better shooting next quarter.
Well, let's hope. Especially if you're the Raptors. But they have the lead. One lap down, Toronto with a nose in front, 21-20. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors matchup. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that like button down below, and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans in here. We have to start matching the Leafs chats. I got my Holy Mackinac sweater on because of Joe Bowen's calls. We need to match that energy from the Leafs nights over here on the Raptors. We'll see you back in the chat. Thank you for hitting that like and sharing it out. Let's bring some more basketball fans in here. Go Raps, go.
Weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Amazon Black Friday week is here with up to 35% off toys to stuff their stocking. Noise-canceling tech to silent their night. And fashion like slippers to missile their toes. Shop Amazon's Black Friday deals now.
TSN and TSN Plus are your home for the National Lacrosse League.
Scores!
The action revs up on Face-Off Weekend.
Amazing goal!
November 29th to December 1st. NLL on TSN and TSN Plus.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
21-20 Toronto. Second quarter about to start. New Orleans will have the ball. Second quarter brought to you by Alpine Credits. Do you own your home and need a loan? Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca. Well, Javon, as you said, if you're a Raptor fan, you're just hoping for a few more makes this quarter. New Orleans ball front court. McCollum tries to slip it down to Missy, and it goes off his foot out of bounds, so the Raptors will have it. Mobo, Shead, Barnes, Battle, and Boucher. For Toronto in the white, coming right to left. Shead on the lob to Mobo, lays it up and in. As another kid, I just love his potential. He plays within himself, and he's doing such a good job right now.
Energizer understands his game, like you mentioned. Even on that play, was looking for Scotty in the post. All right, we get to the continuation, and ends up with a lob for 2.
In the lane, Payton floats it up and in. 23-22 Toronto. Barnes on the drive. On Robinson Earl. Gets to the hoop. Floats it up, no good, but gets his rebound back. Puts that up, no good. Here comes New Orleans looking for the lead. McCollum down to the baseline. On Mobo. Kicks it up top to Payton. Mobo switches out onto him. Calls for the screen. Missy comes up. Right hand to the middle. McCollum cut off nicely by Shead. Shot clock at 2. Payton got to go. Hoists it up. No good. Air ball. What a great job by the Raptors on that defensive sequence.
Big time team defense, but I got to highlight and shout out Mobo on that play because his recognition and knowing your scout are important. Right? He had C.J. McCollum initially and got into his kitchen, got into his space. He gets to switch onto Elfrid Payton and right away backs up because he knows that Payton's not a three-point shooter, just knowing his personnel. Great team defense, but again, just highlighting Mobo, IQ on the defensive side.
Barnes, corner 3, far side, no good. Rebound, Boucher, up. It's blocked. Mobo comes down with it. They swing it to Battle. 3 is in the bottom of the well. Shead with a smart, knowing your personnel, saying there's a good three-point shooter wide open there. Let me give it up.
KYP, know your personnel.
26-22, Raptors by 4. 9:50 to go, first half. Payton. Up top to Jordan. Pelicans come back and knock a 3 down. 26-25. Battle back, says, I got that 3 back.
All 5 players touch the basketball. Battle from the right side of the floor to the left, on the move, catch and shoot, shot ready.
Jamison Battle off the bench with 9 on 3 of 3 from distance. McCollum 3 up top, got it.
2 tough threes by McCollum on the move. This one coming out of the left corner on the stagger.
Don't let that guy get going.
It's a microwave.
29-28 Raptors. 9 minutes first half. Battle up top. Finds Barnes. 3 in the air. Good. Scotty in the bottom of the well. Raptors up 32-28. All of a sudden the 3 store is opened up, Javon. Up top, Payton. To McCollum. His runner, no good. Rebound tipped up. Knocked away. Jamal Shead hurt on the play. They kick it out. Robinson Earl 3 is good. Timeout, Toronto. I think Darko wants to let them have a look at Jamal Shead. He is doubled over.
And he's tough, so you know he probably got popped in the face there. Going and sitting down on the bench right now.
So let's take a break. 32-31 Toronto, 8:32 first half. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
What the flock?
Excuse me?
What the flock? These wings are amazing.
What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about?
What the flock wings? Try one.
These are delicious. I bet the kids will love them.
Yeah, but maybe we should call them WTF wings in front of the kids?
Seriously?
Oh, yep. Now I'm hearing it.
Get the What the Flock family combo. 20 wings, garlic bread, large potato wedges, 4 cans of pop, served with celery, carrots, and 2 dips for just $46.99. Order now on Uber Eats or skip the dishes. Or visit WTFlockWings.com.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Is your car ready for winter's fury? Slide into your local Meineke Car Care Center for winter tire changeovers starting at $59.95. Because summer tires are like flip-flops in a blizzard. Don't miss out on our winter-ready package starting at $49.95, which includes an oil change, brake inspection, and more. Perfect for stopping, not sliding, into a snowbank. Plus, buy 4 tires and get 50% off an alignment. Book your appointment at Meineke.ca today. Terms and conditions apply. Meineke. Doing car care right.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
32-31, 8:32 to go. First half, Paul Jones, Javon Shepard, Owen Hall, Cameron Moore behind the glass as the Raptors lead by 1 point. You'll hear from Jim Taddy at halftime as the Raptors look to break the donut on the road and get a win outside of Scotiabank Arena. It looked like Jamal Shead, as we get a look at the replay, got hit in the mouth. Well, seems to have all his teeth from the shot that we saw.
That's most important, right?
That's it. This ain't hockey. Mitchell, front court. McCollum all over him. Davion drives into the lane to Mobo. His shot blocked by Missy. Back comes New Orleans. Boston lays it in. The Pelicans take a 1.33-32 lead. Front court. Barrett kicks it to Mitchell into the far corner. Battle drives. His cross-court pass for Abaji, who was locked and loaded for a 3 near side, knocked away.
CJ doing a good job. Again, they're loading up on the strong side of the floor. Ball gets kicked out to Battle, and they ran him off the three-point line, forcing him back to the middle to the left hand. Didn't last too long. Went down in the left corner.
Raptors come back and knock down the bucket to lead 34-33. Up top, McCollum on the bounce against Mobo. On the drive into the lane, McCollum lays it in.
Professional scorer, right? Sees that he got to switch on Mobo. What does he do? He retreats back to the half-court line, so he has a running start against a longer defender.
Barrett 3 up top, no good. New Orleans by 1, 35-34. 7-10 first half. Peyton front court, New Orleans in the purple, moving left to right. Look out, McCollum into the lane, and he's fouled by Mobo on the drive to the bucket.
$10 points, 10 shot attempts for CJ McCollum. And, you touched on it earlier, Jones. He's one of the guys for this team, especially when they're down Zion, when they're down Ingram, right? He's the guy that can really get their offense going. He's the guy that can get them driving and clicking, and he's not going to be shy. 6 of those shots have been from the three-point line.
(35-34) New Orleans. 7 minutes to go, first half. McCollum into the corner. Robinson Earl crosses over, gets to the baseline, kicks it to Hawkins. Corner 3 is good. New Orleans with a 4-point lead, largest of the game at 38-34. Raptors back front court. Pirtle to Barrett. Up top, RJ drives, kicks it out. They swing it. Abaji down low to Pirtle, and they got the foul on Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Pirtle with good position on the seal.
Well, he gets good position there because of the screen. They're going under the screen with RJ. And the second one, under the first one, over the second one. So he has that ability to roll down low and take that defender with him.
Raptors inbound, trailing by 4 at the 6:25 mark, first half. Barrett drives in the lane. Turnover, couldn't get it to Pirtle. Knocked away. Here comes New Orleans. In the lane. Missy puts it up, score it, and a foul. Ball was on the ground. He clamped it, went airborne, and the foul. Barrett and Pirtle were both there. And New Orleans suddenly leading by 6 and looking for one more.
That's a big-time job by Missy there. There was 3 white shirts and just vice grip on the basketball to come up with it. Had a good game Monday against Indiana. 16 points, 13 rebounds against Indiana.
Misses the free throw, so the lead stays at 6 for New Orleans. Raptors have not won at the Smoothie King Center since 2019. Abaji, corner 3, good, down the bottom of the well for Ochai. 40-37, Raptors shave the lead in half.
Raptors are doing a good job of finding those corners, right? They're loading up on the ball handlers. In this case, it's RJ. You see him battle knocked on a couple and Abaji now in that left corner.
Murray into the lane, had an easy one from 10 feet, couldn't get it down. Back comes Toronto. Mitchell on the run to Barrett. Shot fake, drive, gets to the hoop and is fouled by McCollum. RJ eschewing the 3 after not having a lot of success tonight at 1 of 5. Decides, let me take this thing to the basket and see what's going on. And he gets the foul on Murray.
But where is he getting that look, right? In the corner. Again, Davion Mitchell finding him in the corner. Okay, now New Orleans is trying to run you off that three-point line. They're having a sense of urgency getting out there. RJ with the recognition and gets himself into the paint on that right baseline and essentially to the free throw line.
So Toronto trying to claw back. New Orleans had its biggest lead of the game moments ago. RJ makes 1 of 2 from the line. Biggest lead was 6. New Orleans still leads by 2. 5:28 to go. Murray drive. Pirtle with the block. Raptors run down the loose orange. Walter gets it to Barrett. RJ on the drive. Into the lane. Kicks to the corner. Ochai 3, yes sir, in the bottom of the well. Raptors go up 1. It's a 7-0 run to lead 41-40.
Corner 3, and again RJ getting into the paint, but he gets a little deeper, right under the 10, right under the cup. The defense collapses, 3 blue shirts, you kick out to that right corner.
Hawkins 3, no good up top. Raptors trying to keep the run going. It's 7 straight. Barnes kicks to Barrett. RJ between the rings. Gets it to Scotty on the elbow. Back to RJ. Drive and is fouled on the drive on the pass off, according to official Sean Corbin. So RJ and the Raptors maintain the 1-point lead, and they will inbound near side left wing. In the white, they come right to left with a 41-40 lead. Barnes up top. Spin into the lane, and they got an offensive foul on Scotty. Spins, and Brandon Boston Jr. kind of threw his head back as Scotty made a strong move, and they're going to get Scotty for the elbow. I
don't agree with that one.
I don't either.
Scotty's being penalized there for being 6'8", going up against a Boston Jr. who's 6'6", right? As he turns, his elbow and his shoulders are right in the chops of Boston.
Boston kicks to the corner. Javonte Green, no good. Flat-footed rebound for Pirtle. Back comes Abaji, far side, right wing. Gets to the basket, into the corner. Barnes to Abaji, up top to Barrett. 4 minutes, first half. Barrett weaves into the lane, kicks to Abaji for a corner 3. Got it again. Ochai in the bottom of the well. The run for Toronto is 10 straight. Timeout. Willie Green and the Pelicans.
And you know what, 10-0 run, but RJ's going to get credited for the assist. Abaji's going to get the 3. But I'm going to tell you who made that play. That was Scotty Barnes, directing traffic. You could hear him. We could hear him through the monitor. Everybody in the arena could hear him pointing and directing to hit Abaji in that left corner while he's setting that hammer screen, which clears him up and gets him open. RJ, again, getting deep into the paint, good recognition, unselfish basketball, kicking it out.
44-40. Raptors with the lead. First half winding down, 4:03 to go. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Firefighter Finn McHose, that's a nickname, right? Needed help contending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine Credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Fiscal license 12616.
As fall approaches and birds head south, a different kind of bird emerges, the Subaru. While migratory flocks seek warmth, Subaru's symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive keeps drivers soaring through the wild. During the migrating season, Subaru's hunger for adventure grows exponentially, driving the intrigued radio listeners to fall for Subaru at their local Subaru dealerships, experiencing an adventure of their own. So migrate to your local Subaru dealership to book a test drive today.
Air Canada's Black Friday deals are now boarding. Take off with savings on flights worldwide, vacation packages.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us during the Raptors game tonight, thank you for hanging out with us. Please, if I got your attention, please help us grow this awesome community of Toronto sports fans that we have here. We're on our way to 100K to go get that plaque, baby. That's what we're doing. Thank you for hanging out with us every single Toronto Raptors game, and we're live for every single Toronto sports game, plus the playoffs. So hopefully the Raptors will make the playoffs, or they're going to tank for flag. I don't know. We'll find out through the season, but thank you for being here and hitting that subscribe button and turn on that bell. And if you are already part of the club, thank you for joining us on this ride so far. We'll see you back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors!
4:40. Raptors lead. 4:03 to go first half. The Raptors on a 10-0 run after New Orleans took its biggest lead of the game at 40-34. Toronto's reeled off 10 straight. 14 points from Ochai Agbaji tonight, 11 off the bench for Jamison Battle. And the Raptors continue to hunt that first win on the road, leading this one 44-40.
And you mentioned Agbaji and Battle. Both those guys 7 for 8 from the three-point line. A big reason why the Raptors are shooting 40% from that line right now. But getting good shots, right? A lot of penetration, a lot of corner kickouts.
And a steal here. Agbaji lays it up, and the goaltend on the attempted chase down gives him the deuce. Ochai with 16, and the run is 12 straight for Toronto. They lead 46-40. It's their biggest lead of the game.
Darko did challenge Agbaji, didn't he, Jonesy? And he is playing better, right? Answering that call.
New Orleans back, 3:40 first half. Murray, tough fall away, no good. Great D by Ochai. He's energized. Front court, here comes Toronto. Ochai to RJ in the corner. Drives, gets into the lane, kicks it out. Jacoby Walters three, no good. Rebound on the ground, picked up by Brandon Boston Jr. Off to Murray. Dejounte Murray in the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound taken away by Jacoby Walter. A tough traffic rebound, and he is fouled. Raptors doing a really nice job.
You mentioned that traffic rebound. He's had 2 in this game that I can remember where he's gone up above the rim 2 hands and just come up with that basketball above everybody. I look over at my monitor right now and 5 rebounds for him tonight.
Ochai Agbaji's season high is 22, and he's working on that right now. Barrett brings it front court for Toronto. Raptors with the lead, 46-40. We hit 3 minutes first half. Raptors turn it over. Shot goes awry. Back comes McCollum. Floats it up. No good. Rebound Barnes. Toronto busts out. 3-on-4. Scotty with the lob. Oh, what a play. Jacoby Walter caught that lob in traffic under the basket and caught it on the left side, near side, went across to the right side, the far side, and wasn't even looking. A little schoolyard spin to get it up off the glass and down, and he's fouled.
I'm going to help you out here, Jonesy. You remember how Mighty Mouse used to get on one end of the basket and do the up and under to the other end? Now, Jacoby caught that basketball midair, and heck of a pass by Scotty from the half-court line. Jacoby catches it midair to up and under with a nice lay with the contact.
Misses the free throw, though. So the Raptor lead is 8, 48-40, 2:39 to go, first half. Pelicans on a drought. Shot no good from Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Their last bucket was at 6:16. We now have 2:20 to go, first half. Barnes has it knocked away by Payton. Out of bounds off Payton. It'll stay with Toronto.
New Orleans has been extremely aggressive with Barnes. As soon as he's caught it in the post, they've sent two at him, and you can see them bumping him, just really not allowing him to get to where he wants to here in the open court as well, just really getting into him.
Barnes on the lob to Pirtle. Too much air under that one, knocked away. Here comes New Orleans. McCollum in the lane. Kicks it to Missy into the corner. Robinson-Earl up top to Green. Back to McCollum. Step back, three is good. CJ McCollum can light you up in a hurry if you're not careful.
He is. And you know what? He's creative. He's skilled. But I think a lot of his shots are just tough shots. I don't know if they help your offense from a team standpoint. Heck of a score, but does it help the other four guys on the floor?
Jacoby Walter into the lane, floats it up and in. Tough bucket by the rookie. 50-43 Raptors by 7. New Orleans front court in the purple, left to right. McCollum into the lane, loses the handle. It's knocked away. Toronto on the ground to get it. Walter, outlet to Barrett. Walter's played well in the starting lineup. Has the ball now, kicks it up top. Scotty, three, got it, bangs it in the bottom of the well. Raptors 11 of 27 from 3, and Toronto leads it 53-43, 10-point lead, biggest of the game. Payton up top on the dribble. Floats it up, no good, rebound Barnes. Scotty coming front court. Raptors on a 16-3 run over the last 4.5 minutes. Scotty pulls for three again, no good. Rebound Payton. Into the corner, Robinson-Earl's three is good. 53-46, Raptors by 7. Shot clock, game clock, 2 seconds apart. Raptors will have to give it up before the expiration of the half. Barnes standing on the big wings of the Pelican logo at center. Works to the far side. Kick up top to Barrett. His three rattles home in the bottom of the well. Oh, the Raptors were listening to Javon at the end of the quarter. Much better three-point shooting.
They say shooting's contagious, right?
Payton drives, blocked by Pirtle, and that's the way the half ends, with Toronto owning its biggest lead of the game at 56-46.
We don't even have to say much. Much better shooting by the Raptors in the second quarter. And you know what? They started the game taking a number of threes. They were all good looks. You know what changed in the second quarter? They just start to knock them down. But they've been taking good shots. Got to continue that into the second half. But everybody's rolling. 12 for 29 from the three-point line.
The run is 19-6 to end the quarter for the Raptors. Abaji with 16 to lead all Toronto scorers. Halftime up next with Jim Taddy. 56-46 Toronto at recess. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday morning 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how
Hey, Raptors fans, thank you so much for being a part of this awesome community here on TSI while we hang out live every single Toronto Raptors game and listen to our guys, whether they're winning or losing. We've been doing a lot of losing as of late, but I just wanted to stop this stream, and I added this background here. Is there anybody out in the chat that has been to a Raptors game at Maple Leaf Gardens? I know they only played a few there. It wasn't a ton of games. I never made it to MLG for a Raptors game or a Huskies game back in the day. But if anybody in the chat has been there, please let us know. That is so cool. And thank you for being here and help support our channel and our partnership with SickKids Hospital in Toronto. We did big things with the Create 100K campaign. We're on to even bigger things again real soon during hockey season and a little bit later in basketball season. Go Raptors, go. Thank you for being here. Cheers. We'll see you in the chat.
Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
Introducing Bryan Adams Radio on iHeartRadio. Hosted by Bryan Adams himself.
Join me for an insider look on a wild ride through 40 years of global rock and roll.
Bryan Adams Radio. Now available on the free iHeartRadio app. Or ask your smart speaker to play Bryan Adams Radio on iHeartRadio.
Who's ready to rock?
Kids wanna rock. A Tim's Donut and Coffee is the original collab. And right now in Toronto, any classic donut is $1 when you buy any size original or dark roast coffee. Get a deal on the iconic duo with a Tim's Dollar Donut. Plus tax at participating restaurants in Toronto for limited time. Terms apply. See app for details.
A Team Canada huddle to tackle Donald Trump's tariff threat. This is Omar Sachedina. Tonight on CTV National News, the Prime Minister and Premiers attempt to put up a united front and the potential price Americans will pay. Full details tonight at 11 and at ctvnews.ca.
Looking for value? Get more for your PC Optimum points during the Holiday Super Redemption event at Shoppers Drug Mart. From November 29th to December 4th, redeem 250,000 points to get up to $400 off. That's an extra $150 in value. Conditions apply. Plus, we've dropped prices on hundreds of everyday essentials. So visit Shoppers Drug Mart and enjoy 2 great ways to save for the holidays. Exclusions apply. Details in store and online.
Tangerine Raptors basketball is on TSN 1050. The Raptors live here.
Barnes to Abaji, up top to Barrett. 4 minutes, first half. Barrett weaves into the lane, kicks to Abaji for a corner three. Got it again. Ochai in the bottom of the well. The run for Toronto is 10 straight. Timeout.
On a run for sure. Raptors 56-46 over the Pelicans at the half. Welcome to Raptors at the half. Jim Taddy, Javon Shepard, and Paul Jones with you. And guys, I mean, there's 2 headlines here, and they're sort of related. 41.4% shooting from the outside. Abaji, 4 of 5 with 16 points. And after the game he had in Detroit, that is a great response. And I like the way the coach handled it, too.
Yeah, I think, you look at his numbers from tonight, and they look good. Right, but what you also see is a shift in the body language. You see, just a bit more focus to the scouting report. I seen there was a couple of times he made some adjustments depending on the offensive player that was in front of him, and you're like, okay, yes, this guy's playing alert. He's ready tonight. You also seen him knock down threes in the corner, what he's accustomed to doing, what we've seen him grow into this knockdown guy, sniper from the corners, and just really playing some good basketball. But I've been more impressed with the fact that there's a response to Coach Darko challenging him, and the response comes, the following game. That tells me a lot about a player and their maturity level, because some guys can't handle that, right? You get a challenge, your coach challenges you, and you take that personally, not knowing that the coaches challenge you for the better of the team, but also for yourself. They want to see you succeed, and they want to be able to put you out on the floor. And I think this is a big-time game, big-time half so far by Abaji for the simple fact there's a response, right? That tells me when the coach looks at him on the bench, he knows what he's going to get from him. He can trust him. So it's not just about the points, not just about the numbers, but about what you're getting from the person.
Yeah, Jonesy, I mean, there's 2 sides to this. What Javon said about the player responding, but also the coach calling him out and then allowing him to respond, right?
Well, most of the time when a coach calls a guy out in public, Jim, it's nothing that the guy hasn't heard in the locker room before, right? It's not the first time. It's like, oh, it's not all. Whoa, wait a minute! You're putting me on blast in public? No, he's probably had that conversation, and then it's all in the interpretation too. I mean, is it calling him out if a coach states a fact and says, "Hey, if we're going to win, Javon has to play better. I'm not calling him out. I'm saying he's one of our better players, and we need him.
We seen that the other night with Mike Malone calling out Jamal Murray, calling out Nikola Jokic. Right? They have Russell Westbrook's great, but we need those guys to step up. And I feel like it's the same thing you're getting.
Bingo.
That's the same thing you're getting with Darko and Abaji.
And Jim, it's a comfort level too.
Yep.
The fact that Darko knows he can do that. And Ochai probably will respond. You know your players well enough to know it's not a one-size-fits-all. You know your players well enough to know that, you know what, I can coach Javon a little harder. I got to take it easy with Cameron. It's just you get to know your personalities and who can handle it and who can't.
As a player, you want your coach to call you out. As a player, you want your coach to be saying something. The problem is when the coach stops saying things to you. That's when the problem. That's when there's a problem.
Good players want to be coached, right? Good players want to be coached.
As soon as that coach stops calling me out, as soon as he stops, barking at me and harping on me and chirping for me to do things and pick up my game to a next level, I have a bigger problem on hand. There's somebody coming in for me.
All right, Javon, the OMG moment of the half. Are you kidding me? Scotty Barnes no look to Jacoby Walter. That was magnificent.
You know what? There was two of them for me, but I love that one because, Scotty's pushing the basketball the length of the floor, and as soon as he gets it, Jacoby Walter's ahead of the defense. That ball's going up. Scotty throws it up, and I mentioned it on air that Jacoby did a move like Mighty Mouse back in the day, and I realized our listeners might not even know who Mighty Mouse is, right? We're talking about Damon Stoudemire. But, he went up and under, nice finish off the glass, nice kiss it off the glass, picked up a foul as well. I think my other OMG moment, Taddy, was RJ pushing the basketball and him throwing the lob to Scotty. And I like that fast break play because it was traditional basketball. It's the old school way, a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 transition break. But what was impressive to see was RJ pushing the basketball in the open court. You're forced to shade. The defense is forced to shade to that left hand while Scotty's on his right side. So as the defense is shifting and RJ is attacking towards that left, he then tosses that ball up towards his right. So I want to see more of those plays where RJ's pushing it and Scotty's the receiver, because if he has that basketball, everybody's going to be shading to that left hand, and that's going to leave Scotty open to finish on the right side.
And Jonesy, just to take that a step further, when you have a 4-14 team and people say, how are you positive? It's because you're seeing these type of things, different things on different nights, and we still haven't seen the full lineup.
The only thing missing are W's, Jim. And I know that sounds, people can say, how can you say that? But, I mean, you're seeing improvement. You're seeing positive signs, and all you're waiting for is a couple of notches in the left-hand column. But, they keep playing like this. They've bought into what's going on. It's not hard to be positive because it just seems like the next win is around the corner.
And they're close, right? And I'm going to give you a little tidbit here. Raptors have held the lead, been tied, or been within 7 points in the fourth quarter in 12 of their 14 losses. So to your point, it's the only thing missing is the wins. Yeah. But we're talking about, a couple bounces either way, a couple shots here or there, a couple, turnovers that have cost them these close games in 12 of those games, right? So it's close, and you still haven't had your full roster.
Yeah, and it's not like if you go to the 14 losses, it's not like they're all the same in terms of, they're playing the same way. This team, even with losses, is evolving, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They just... Look, they're continuing to get better, and they're learning. And like I said, we're just waiting for some wins to come. I mean, look at Jacoby Walter. Walks into the starting lineup tonight, does not look out of place at all, and is contributing.
It's funny because I think we can all attest to this. The team is 4-14, and we're all enjoying the games. We're all enjoying coming to work and clocking in. And, the fans are waiting to – on the days off, they're anticipating the next game, right? And it doesn't matter if they're on the West Coast, doesn't matter if it's home game. You still enjoy watching this team play because they compete and they're maximizing what they have, right? And you're watching development, you're watching them progress. So, we can all say we've probably had more fun watching this group right here than we did the last 2 years when, you could see there was guys weren't as happy playing together, and we're seeing that. So despite the 4-14 start, I think there's a lot to enjoy about this squad.
Nobody's looking away, guys. Thanks very much. We'll let you get some coffee and set up for the second half. The Raptors' first half stat is brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Get more value out of every kilometer in a Subaru, starting with the award-winning safety at your local Subaru dealer. And there are some great numbers here. We talked about Abaji. His numbers are in 16 minutes, 6 of 7, 4 or 5 from the outside, 16 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a block, and a steal. That's an industrious line. And in terms of Scotty Barnes, he has 11 points. In terms of team stats, they have, let me just check this out, 21 buckets and 16 assists. So they're moving the ball around. Rebounds, 6 and 20 for 26, and the Pelicans 5 and 22 for 27. In terms of rebounds and second chance points, the Raptors 6 for 6, New Orleans 5 for 7, and where's that other point? Turnover for points, 7 for 5 for the Raptors. Turned it over 7 times, only gave up 5 points. New Orleans has turned it over 8 times and have given up 15 points. Bottom line is it's 56-46 for the Raptors at the half. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. Approved. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
This is the sound of an exciting Black Friday sale. And this is the sound of an exciting Black Friday sale at Sleep Country. Black Friday just isn't the same at Sleep Country, except for the best deals on the best brands. Get hot prices on lifestyle bases starting at only $899. Enjoy a free gift with a minimum purchase. And right now, save the tax on everything for a limited time only. Don't miss out. The Black Friday event is on now at Sleep Country. Restrictions apply.
Your game has never looked better. Metro Golf Sportsplex is the first in North America to offer the new TrackMan Virtual Golf 3 Simulator. The evolution of TrackMan's industry-leading graphics engine, Virtual Golf 3 has replicated the world's most iconic courses to a T. More than unbelievable graphics, Virtual Golf 3 has 3D audio technology for a fully immersive experience. Play TrackMan's new Virtual Golf 3 at Metro Golf Sportsplex. On Milner, just a short drive and 9-iron from McCowan and the 401.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream us on iHeartRadio, the TSN app, or on Apple CarPlay. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Third quarter about to start. Raptors enjoying their largest lead of the game at 56-46. And we will tell you that Toronto needs to keep this going. They have had a good run to end the quarter. It's too bad the quarter actually ended. You want to keep it going. Third quarter action delivered by 2-for-1 Pizza. Give yourself a high five by any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for $5 each. 2for1pizza.com. The Pelicans start coming right to left in the purple. And they miss the shot. McCollum misses. Back come the Raptors. Barrett near side. Gets into the lane. Kicks to Barnes. Corner three. Far side. No good. Rebound. Saved by Jacoby Walter. But it goes right to Brandon Boston Jr. He brings it front court. Gets it to Murray. Dejounte Murray on Ochai. Fall away jumper on the elbow. Good. Ochai challenging but careful not to foul.
Yeah, great job with verticality there. Dejounte Murray just made a tougher shot, right? To fake the space and shot over top of him. But a good job contesting and forcing a tough shot.
56-48. Scotty in the lane, kicks it out. Jacoby Walter, 3 is good in the bottom of the well. The youngster not shy. He's got 10, and the Raptors lead it by 11, 59-48.
God, he touched that basketball at the top of the key, at the top of the free throw line. He has so much gravity, both defenders shrink and he kicks out.
Well, Raptors defense shrinking there as New Orleans comes up with the bucket, 59-51. Raptors back, and Pirtle finds Barnes. Scotty lays it in, 61-51 Toronto. The lob to Missy, knocked away. Toronto with a 3-on-1. Abaji lays it up and in on the pass from Barrett. The Raptors up 12, 63-51, taking advantage of the turnover.
That's what we're talking about, the exact same thing I was talking about at half. RJ pushing the basketball in transition. Defense shades to the left. You get a pass to the right.
A missed shot by New Orleans. Raptors grab the rebound, but they turn it over. Coming front court, RJ's quick hit ahead was picked off. McCollum in the lane, lays it up short. Left it on the front rim. Here comes Toronto. 9:25, third quarter, 63-51 Raptors. Barrett drives, floats it up, no good, but he's bounced on the way to the bucket, and he will get a couple of free throws.
Right now, everything is on the move, right? Catching New Orleans flat-footed. Even on this attack here, on the catch, RJ's already in. His head is already at the basket, and his mentality, just because he has that aggressive nature. But the ball is moving, the ball is flying, it's popping, and on the catch, they're moving, catching the defense in rotation, trying to catch up.
So the Raptors looking to make a deposit and build a little lead here that they hope to ride out. RJ's second one good. Lead up to 14 for Toronto. 65-51. Murray in the lane. Missy. Jackknife layup, no good. Rebound Toronto. Abaji front court into the corner. Jacoby Walter pulls for 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds off New Orleans. It'll be Toronto ball. Nine minutes, third quarter. Toronto up 65-51, 14-point lead, largest of the game. Walter fires a corner 3, no good. Rebound, here comes New Orleans. On the run, McCollum, far side, right wing, stop. Short jumper, no good. Rebound Barrett. RJ pushing up the near side, right wing. Raptors in the white, coming left to right. Scotty Barnes to Walter, up top, RJ, drive. Up top, Jacoby Walter, shot fake to Pirtle in the lane, floats it up, no good. Pirtle with a great look, normally reliable, couldn't get it down, and they're going to call him for a foul, pursuing the ball.
It almost doesn't look right when Pirtle gets the basketball that close to the basket and misses it. Right, a 60% guy from the floor, just under 60%. And anything he touches around there is usually a bucket, just usually an easy 2. Let's get back and set up some defense.
8:25, third quarter. Here comes New Orleans. They're in the purple, moving right to left. McCollum on the logo up top. Works left into the lane. The runner, no good. Rebound Barnes. Raptors on the run. Barrett drive, lay it up, blocked. But they got a goaltend on Jordan Hawkins.
Remember earlier, Jonesy, when I said TJ McCollum's type of offense, how he scores the isolation, I don't know if that's good for a team offense. This is one of those plays right there. Isolation basketball, missed shot, and now you have the Raptors getting out on the other end, easy 2.
Front court, Murray tries to find Hawkins in a corner and just overshot him, like threw it into the expensive seats.
New Orleans falling apart right now. Raptors can get a good basket. New Orleans going to call timeout.
Pirtle up top to Barrett. RJ drive, lay it up and in. He's knocked hard to the ground. And RJ slow to get up. Looked like he landed on that left hip. But the lead is 18 for Toronto. That'll take some of the sting out. 69-61 Toronto. Timeout New Orleans, 7:35 to go. Third quarter, Raptors by 18, 69-51. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure. With Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency, I'm free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me. Whoop. Alice is excited too.
Lease the CR-V LX two-wheel drive for $99 weekly at 2.99% APR for 28 months with $2,000 down. Offer includes $1,500 lease bonus. OAC conditions apply. See HondaOntario.com.
Touchdown.
Great catch.
Give me a high five.
5 minutes later.
Interception.
Awesome play.
Give me a high five.
2 hours later.
Eddie, did you order 20 high five specials from 2-for-1 Pizza?
You kept asking for high fives.
I meant, never mind. I'm hungry.
High five. Buy any large traditional pizza and get up to 3 medium one-topping pizzas for just $5 each.
The best Black Friday sale ever is on now at 2001 Audio Video. All streaming audio, all home audio, and all 4K smart TVs, including 2-year warranty, are all on sale at the guaranteed lowest Black Friday prices anywhere with a 60 days price guarantee. 2001, your home entertainment experts since 1971.
2001 Audio and Video. 2001.
Overdrive, Toronto's favorite way to drive home. Weekdays 4 to 7 on TSN 1050.
18-point lead for the Toronto Raptors, 69-51. As they are, well, they're putting it on New Orleans right now, but still 7:35 to go third quarter, Javon. Still a long way to go before you can go and dance on Bourbon Street with a win.
Right now they're dancing, moving the basketball. 21 assists on 26 made field goals, Jonesy. That's one of the ones that I talked about earlier, the quality of the shots, and now that they're getting out and running, and you're seeing those guys aren't running to the three-point line. Guys are running to the basket, and you're getting the lobs, you're getting the passes in transition. Good looks, easy baskets.
New Orleans has it front court, looking to cut into the Raptor lead as they come front court, right to left. Murray to McCollum. In the lane against Walter, no good. Great contest by the youngster. Pirtle with the rebound. Here comes Toronto. Jacoby Walter, front court. Gets it to Barnes on Dejounte Murray. Foul line extended, far wing, left side, and Murray reaches in and pokes Scotty in the eye. And of course, when you you stub your toe and you go to the bathroom in the dark, what do? You stub your toe. Of course, Dejounte Murray hits Scotty Barnes in the eye. So the Raptors will inbound, and we'll see if they can add the lead. Barnes in the lane, loses the handle, knocked away. New Orleans has it. Here comes McCollum to Elfrid Payton. Drives far side, floats it up, no good. Pirtle with the rebound in traffic, squirts away from him. Goes to Jacoby Walter. Now to Barrett. Back to Jacoby Walter. His three, no good. Rebound, Barnes into Barrett. Lays it up and in. Raptor lead is 20, 71-51. In case you're wondering, their largest lead of the season was 23 at Charlotte. 12-0 run the last 4 minutes for Toronto. Hawkins to McCollum in the corner. Step back three, no good. Rebound. Pirtle has it knocked away. Missy up, and he's fouled by Pirtle. Man, Javonte Green came in behind because Pirtle had that rebound secured before it was knocked away. Nonetheless, if you're Toronto, it's got to keep grinding right now, Javon.
You got to keep grinding, and you have a 20-point lead right now, and what you've learned is you're playing intense basketball, right? And how to maintain that. Yes, it's a game of runs, but that level of play and the level of recognition by the guys right now, they're finding open shots. And then they're also feeding guys that have knocked down 1 or 2 in a row. And, you know, Scotty's mixing up. He's getting to the post. They're getting in fast break, getting in transition. But it's the recognition and where the basketball is going that's been good in the second quarter and early part of this third quarter.
(71-53), free throws good for New Orleans. Raptors bringing it in the white front court. Abaji 3, got it again. Ochai cooking tonight. Knocks it down. Give him 21. The Raptors lead 74-53 by 21. Payton up top. Robinson Earl floats it up, no good. Rebound knocked away. Barnes has it. Scotty outlet to RJ. On the move, Barrett. Behind the back to Pirtle. Kick to Barnes. Scotty 3 straight away, no good. Long rebound. Jacoby Walter runs it down, and he's pushed out of bounds. It'll stay Toronto ball by Elfrid Payton.
Jacoby Walter has been a pleasant surprise, and I'll be the first to say it. I was surprised when he was inserted into the starting lineup, but the energy that he's played with, 8 rebounds, 10 points, and he looks like he belongs. He looks like, you know, he hasn't missed a beat being out.
Davion Mitchell to Abaji. Fires a 3 and knocks it down. It's a season-high 24 for Ochai Abaji. As he says, I know what my record is. It's 28 career high, and I got it in the crosshairs right now.
He's mixing it up. That 3 is above the break, and New Orleans went to the zone, found himself in the gap, and knocked it down.
Robinson Earl misses the layup. They kick it out. Jordan Hawkins 3, no good. Rebound Pirtle. Outlet Barnes. Here comes Toronto front court. Scotty against Tice. Gets it to Ochai. Straight away. Back to Scotty. Drives on Tice. Into the lane. Floated up and in. And the foul. Scotty says, I got 2. And I got a coupon for 1 more. I'm not done my shopping yet. 79-53. Largest lead of the season for the Raptors by 26. And Scotty's looking to say, keep the meter running.
Could we be inching closer to the first road win of the season, Jonesy? That's what I'm smelling, a road win.
Well, we're not inching right now. We're in full blast.
I am smelling a road win, and a good one.
We're in full speed. Just don't crash this thing. Hold on to the wheel, Grandma. 79-53 Raptors by 26. Payton on the drive into the lane, floats it up and in. New Orleans trying to stop the bleeding. Barnes front court for Toronto. 4:20, third quarter. Scotty into the lane to Pirtle. Goes airborne and is fouled by Tice. Pirtle yet to score tonight on 0 of 2, but he'll get a couple of free throws here. Love the way this Raptor team is playing right now. And Javon, you know, you talked about it in the pregame. When you do something and it leads to winning, the byproduct is confidence that, hey, I know how to do this, and watch me do it again. Hold my drink.
And you know what you're seeing right now? Something simple that's not going to show up in the box score. It's not something that can be coached. Everybody has a pop, right? You would think, okay, coming off a game where you lose against Detroit, last second shot, nobody looks deflated. In fact, they look a bit more enthused. They look a bit more spirited. And I like that. I like that type of response.
Pirtle misses free throws. Misses both of them. Back comes New Orleans. And a quick timeout for Darko. He's got his fire hose out. He doesn't want anything going. after that layup by Payton. He's like, no, we're wetting everything down. We don't want
settle it down.
No sparks.
Let's chop it up a bit. Bring them in.
4:05, third quarter, 79-57 Toronto. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Getting my Honda CR-V has opened the door to adventure with Econ Mode to maximize fuel efficiency and free to explore. And with tons of cargo space, it's easy to pack for getaways. My dog, camping gear. It's like I've discovered a wild, adventurous side of me.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors matchup. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that like button down below, and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans in here. We have to start matching the Leafs chats. I got my Holy Mackinac sweater on because of Joe Bowen's calls. We need to match that energy from the Leafs nights over here on the Raptors. We'll see you back in the chat. Thank you for hitting that like and sharing it out. Let's bring some more basketball fans in here. Go Raps, go.
Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian, Ultra, XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
For guys, size matters. But bigger is definitely not better for guys with overdeveloped breasts. The condition is called gynecomastia, and Dr. Frank Lista of the Plastic Surgery Clinic can help. Dr. Lista is a world-renowned plastic surgeon who has perfected the procedure that corrects gynecomastia with virtually no scarring. Visit theplasticsurgeryclinic.ca and size up your options for downsizing male breasts. theplasticsurgeryclinic.ca.
There's no better way to drive home than with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Overdrive every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Paul Jones, Javon Shepherd, Owen Hall, Cameron Moore behind the glass. You'll hear from Jim Taddy in postgame as the Raptors have blown it open right now against New Orleans. They lead by 22, 79-57. The lead was as many as 26 after back-to-back buckets. Cut it to 22 by New Orleans. And like I said, Darko said, no, we don't want no sparks. He called a timeout, took out his fire hose. He said, hey, wet everything down here.
Hose it down.
Hose it down.
Hose it down.
Full blast. Ochai Agbaji with 24 points, a season high. As I said just a minute ago, his career high. Ochai is 28. And he's kind of threatening that tonight. Raptor ball front court. Barnes to Mitchell. Davion into the lane. Kick to Mobo. Kicks to Barnes. Corner three in the air, in and out. Rebound. Here comes New Orleans. Big hill to climb, but a Willie Green team would definitely be up for it. Jumper no good by Hawkins. Here comes Toronto. Mobile to Barnes. Kick to Boucher. Holding, now gets it to Mobile. Raptors in the white, coming left to right. 3:17 third quarter. They got a 22-point edge. Barnes backs out against Tice. Drives, floats it up, left it on the front rim, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Toronto. No, they give it to New Orleans. Oh, and Darko should challenge that one. Yep.
Dejounte Murray, you could tell he was trying to get the refs to give him the ball so he could inbound the basketball.
Yeah, he knows what time it is.
And if I'm reading his body language, I don't even need the officials to deliberate over this one. He already knew.
So we'll keep it here. And look at some of the pertinent numbers, Javon. I really like what the Raptors are doing. I mean, we've talked about how they got off to such a poor start shooting, but they are 15 of 38 from distance, outscoring New Orleans 15-8. That's 21 points from behind the arc. Free throws are about even in terms of attempts, but the Raptors doing a really good job knocking down triples and playing good defense, holding New Orleans to only 33%.
Yeah, and you look at the numbers right now. New Orleans, a team that doesn't shoot many threes. Tonight, they only shoot 28 on the season, 32 on the season, 32 attempts. Tonight, they've already shot 26, but the Raptors have done a good job of holding them to 30% from the three-point line. So they defended that three-point line. And I mentioned it earlier, the sharing of the basketball, right? Sharing the wealth. Dorian playing to get 25 assists on 30 made baskets.
Toronto ball on the baseline.
Toronto ball on the baseline. You heard the end of it from Pat Frere. As Toronto will maintain possession, leading it 79-57 with 3:05 to go, third frame.
Dejounte Murray told no lies. He gave that one up right away.
Mitchell gets it into Boucher deep. Raptors in the white, coming left to right. Barrett up top. Barnes on the bench. Barrett to Mobo. Drive, kick it cross court. Boucher steps into a three, no good. But the rebound put back up and in by R.J. Barrett, sneaking in on the baseline to tap it home. Payton front court, hounded by Davion Mitchell. Now gets a screen, works right to Robinson Earl, knocked away. It looked like it went off his leg out of bounds, but they're going to say New Orleans basketball. Darko's already used his challenge. This is where you should be able to challenge, and as long as it's correct, keep your challenge. Murray in the lane to Payton. Running hook shot short on the front rim. Here comes Barrett. Off to Mitchell, far side. Back to Barrett. Tees up a three and bust it down the bottom of the well for R.J. Barrett. Big splash. Raptors up 81, 84, 57. It's a 27-point lead. Murray's shot short. Here comes R.J. on the run again. Has it knocked away, and it went off his foot. It'll go to New Orleans. (84-57) Toronto, minute 55 to go, third quarter. Tice gets it to Jordan Hawkins. Three up top for the UConn men, no good. Rebound out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Toronto ball. The Smoothie King Center very quiet right now as the Raptors have invaded New Orleans and own a big lead. Jamison Battle up top. Lob to Mobo, comes down with it on Tice, jump hook up short. Had a good look, here comes Payton. Minute 20, third quarter. Murray, three near side, no good, rebound Mobo. He brings it up the middle of the court with a slow dribble. Jamison Battle fires for three and knocks it down. Hey, New Orleans, you guys not been watching? That kid could knock him out. Splash it down, JB. He's got 14 points on 4 of 4 from distance. A perfect night. Jamison Battle gives Toronto a 30-point, 87-57 lead.
I'll tell you what, that kid right there, he's waking up the league. He's putting the league on notice. He can really shoot this thing.
Jamison Battle with 14 points. New Orleans wants a timeout. They're having a really tough time right now. Toronto putting it on them. Gotta love the confidence. We've talked about it many times. Jamison Battle and how he's...
I'll never forget one of his first press conferences where he actually spoke after Darko. Darko said, this kid can play in the NBA. This kid has proven that he can play at the NBA level. And Jamison Battle followed it up, and I've told the story a number of times. He followed it up by saying, it's good that the coach can speak positive things, say some positive things about me. But it doesn't matter unless I can believe it. And I've got to go out there and play with that confidence every day.
Well, he's got a career-high 14 points right now. Payton in the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound tipped up twice by Tice. Out of bounds, Boucher couldn't squeeze it. It'll stay with New Orleans. Toronto Raptors leading the New Orleans Pelicans 87-57. Murray up top. Gets it to Tice. Back to Murray above the break. 3 in the air, good. 87-60. 40 seconds to go. Third quarter. Davion Mitchell brings it front court. Gets it to Barrett. And Elfrid Payton reaches in. For those of you that are of my vintage and you hear the name Payton, yes, his dad did play in the CFL. And Willie Green not happy right now with Pat Frere on the call. 37 seconds to go. R.J. Barrett will go to the line for a couple of free throws. First one well short by R.J. Oh. "22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists for Mr. Barrett tonight. Second free throw, no good. Here comes Payton, front court. On the dribble. Dejounte Murray, deep 3, good. 87-63. Well, the Raptors will get to their stool at the end of this third quarter with 20 seconds left. Their 30-point lead shaved to 24. No danger, but you just never want a spark to get going. Mitchell up top. On the bounce between the circles. Crosses over. Payton steals it from him. 4 on 2. Murray 3 near side. No good. And that's the way the quarter ends, with the Raptors leading by 24, 87-63.
Really good quarter for the most part. Got to tighten up. The last 2 shots by Dejounte Murray, not one of the guys that you want to get going or allow to get going into this fourth quarter. Remember, you are on the road. Road games, you still got to win by at least 10 or more. You make sure you're safe.
Last lap of the track coming up. 87-63. 24-point Raptor lead. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans, and we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
As fall approaches and birds head south, a different kind of bird emerges, the Subaru. While migratory flocks seek warmth, Subaru's symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive keeps drivers soaring through the wild. During the migrating season, Subaru's hunger for adventure grows exponentially, driving the intrigued radio listeners to fall for Subaru at their local Subaru dealerships, experiencing an adventure of their own. So migrate to your local Subaru dealership to book a test drive today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows in your car. Available on Apple CarPlay via the iHeartRadio app. TSN 1050. Everywhere you want it.
Fourth quarter time. Last lap of the track. The Toronto Raptors in the lead. They got a big lead. Maybe about a quarter of a track right now. Fourth quarter. Powered by CMC Markets. Take your trading to the next level with $0 commission on stocks. Raptors with the ball, leading 87-63. Shead, Barrett, Barnes, Mobo, and Battle for the white-shirted Raptors coming left to right. Mobo gets it to Barnes, far side, left wing, above the arc. Scotty on the dribble, kicks it to Battle, fires a three, short, rebound, New Orleans. Javonte Green up the far side, right wing for the purple-vested Pelicans. Green loses the handle, has to pick up his dribble. And now they've got a defensive 3-second violation on Jonathan Mobo. Raptors got to be careful here, Javon.
Yeah.
I know it's a 24, 30-point lead, and it's all good. Everybody's dancing on the bench and leaning back. And this thing is
still the NBA.
Yeah.
Modern day NBA. And those leads cut very fast, right?
Modern day NBA.
Modern day NBA, a 10-point swing can happen like this. That can happen in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You can go 10-0 run.
All those possessions, all those threes being hoisted, no lead is safe. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. They get it in the lane. It's banked up and in by Trey Jemison III, coming off the bench and almost cracking the backboard, but getting two. Barrett up top, drives into the lane, floats it up, no good. Pirtle can't squeeze. New Orleans smelling a little bit of life here. Foul on the pass off. 87-65, and New Orleans, hey, Willie Green looking down the bench says, who wants to go in there and make some noise? New Orleans inbound. Jemison, 6'10", 24-year-old, two-way player out of UAB. And he's just been called for an offensive foul on a moving screen. Got a little happy feet. And that'll turn it over and give it to Toronto. $10:50 to go. Fourth quarter. Raptors with the lead in the ball. Barnes kicks it up top. Barrett, shot fake, drive, kick it to Barnes. Corner three in the air, no good. Rebound, Battle, kick it out. Shead three, good. Down the bottom of the well for the Houston Cougar, Jamal Shead. Raptors lead 90-65. But the intensity and urgency picking up for New Orleans. Murray drives, lays it in, and is fouled. He'll go to the line for one more. You can feel New Orleans making a push, Javon.
You know that in that between the third and the fourth quarter, Willie Green really got into these guys because the fire that they've come out with in this fourth quarter tells you that they're not just going to lay down and let Toronto Raptors walk themselves into a victory. But a good job by Jamal Shead knocking down another three. Been 4 for 8 over his last 2 games from the three-point line.
New Orleans misses. Scotty corrals the ball, and of course, on the miss, Scotty's hit where, Javon?
Right in that.
In the face.
In that face.
Dejounte Murray misses the foul shot, and Jemison, he looks like, I've seen him for like 5 minutes and here and there in games. He looks like one of those guys when you're playing pickup that's just, he's just kind of clumsy and just fouling everybody, even when he's not trying to.
You're in a fast break with him, you see him coming, you just slow down. You know what? We don't even need these two. We'll pull it out. Get this guy away from me.
Battle three up top. Get it down again, young man. Big splash. He's got 17. And the Raptors push the lead to 93-67.
Talk about taking advantage of opportunity. Since the beginning of the season, Jamison Battle has been locked in and been focused. And all these injuries, he has played his part.
Near side, Robinson Earl into the lane on Barrett. Tough contested jumper, no good. Great individual defense by R.J. Barrett. Scotty front court to R.J. Drives into the lane, finds Pirtle, lays it up and in. Reverse layup from Jakob. 95-67, Toronto by 28. And Willie Green wants a timeout. They made a little push. Toronto pushed back, and now he wants to talk. Well, it'll be a nice plane ride to Miami if the Raptors can hang on here. Timeout on the floor, 9:16 fourth quarter, 95-67 Toronto. This is Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
What the flock? Excuse me? What the flock? These wings are amazing. What the flock? I mean, what are you talking about? What the flock wings? Try one.
Hey you. Yeah, you. The basketball fan that's hanging out with us during the Raptors game tonight, thank you for hanging out with us. Please, if I got your attention, please help us grow this awesome community of Toronto sports fans that we have here. We're on our way to 100K to go get that plaque, baby. That's what we're doing. Thank you for hanging out with us every single Toronto Raptors game, and we're live for every single Toronto sports game, plus the playoffs. So hopefully the Raptors will make the playoffs, or they're going to tank for flag. I don't know. We'll find out through the season, but thank you for being here and hitting that subscribe button and turn on that bell. And if you are already part of the club, thank you for joining us on this ride so far. We'll see you back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors!
That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
I'm outside a Bell store. People are raving about the Bell Black Friday event. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hi.
Sounds like you got a great deal.
Sure did.
Amazing. How do you feel now?
I'm high-fiving everyone.
All right then, up top.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. High fives for everyone.
It's the Bell Black Friday event. Time to get on Canada's fastest and most reliable 5G network and get over $850 off amazing phones. Visit a Bell store or bell.ca/Black Friday for details. Bell, Black Friday just got better.
Making your lousy commute fun. Overdrive with Hayes Noodles and the O-Dog every weekday, 4 to 7 p.m. on TSN 1050.
Raptors in the lead, and they're looking to break the donut. Get their first win on the road this season. They are 9-16 away from that, leading 95-67. RJ Barrett with quite a night, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Triple-double watch on for Mississauga's finest. Really showing off his ball handling. Got to keep the turnovers in check, but I love what he's doing. McCollum, 3, far side, good. A little slip screen, guard to guard with the exchange on the offensive play. Barrett down low is fouled by McCollum. 95-70. RJ was fouled on the floor. He came on the baseline cut from far side to near side, caught it, and because he bobbled it out of bounds, they're going to say it was on the floor. I mean, if he'd have caught it clean and even looked at the basket, McCollum would have been called for a shooting foul. Barnes drives in the lane, lays it up and in. Scotty on the board again. He's got take. 17.
And a strong take.
97-70, Toronto by 27. Murray up top against Battle, drives into the lane. Tough shot, good. Battle was right there. 97-72. Here comes Toronto. Barrett to Battle. Jamison Battle with a jam on the baseline. The young man is 7 of 8 tonight for 19 points. McCollum drives, lays it up and in. 99-74. Toronto by 25. Barrett drives, reverse layup, no good. Oh man, RJ left it lying on the rim. Here comes McCollum and he's fouled by Pirtle. Jacoby Walter checks in. Did a nice job in his first start. 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Dejounte Murray up top. Pelicans in the purple, moving right to left. Murray drives near side. Tries to find Messi, who can't handle it. Oh, Jamal Shead.
Ooh, the stop and go.
Oh man, he just put a pair of cement shoes on Messi up at the top. I mean, he froze him like pizza. McCollum in the lane has it knocked away by Walter, but they got the foul. Man, he froze him colder than a polar bear's lunch. Little hesitation by Jamal Shead. Stutter, raise up.
But he froze everybody. He froze his other 4 guys and players in white shirts. He froze everybody on New Orleans. Both you and I were stuck here looking at one another, and the paint was wide open.
Great job by Shead. The Raptors, 101-74, 7:26 to go. Scotty's night might be done. Darko takes him out, slaps his right palm into Scotty's chest as he walks to the bench. Dejounte Murray's second one good. He's got 15. Raptors up 101-75, 7:20 to go. Shead will bring it front court. Battle says, guess what? I'm still hot. 3 in the bottom of the well for JB. 104-75. The young man has a 22-point game. Hawkins no good. Rebound Battle. Runs it front court. Says, why not? I got another one. This 3 no good. Here comes Elfrid Payton. 6:45 to go. We approach the top of the stretch. The Raptors with a huge lead. McCollum 3 no good. Rebound Abaji. Here comes Shead, front court for the Raptors. Throws it away, trying to find Pirtle. Elfrid Payton back to McCollum. Drive, lob it up. Messi lays it up and in. Here comes Battle front court, and the Raptors want a timeout. Bruno Fernando going to come in. And I think Jakob Pirtle's night will be done also. It's all smiles in New Orleans for Toronto. Play me some of that New Orleans jazz as the Raptors are dancing away right now, leading 104-77. Let's take a break. 6:17 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball on TSN 1050 Toronto.
Whatever the weather, CMC Markets is here to help. Planning for a rainy day? Enjoy $0 commission on U.S. and Canadian share CFDs. Riding out the storm? Get ahead of the curve with lightning-fast execution speeds. Blue skies ahead? Go with the trusted broker backed by over 30 years experience. Switch to CMC Markets and join over 275,000 global traders. Learn more at cmcmarkets.ca. FX spreads apply. CFDs involve a high degree of risk. Member Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Umbrella not included.
It's a quick assessment at the pharmacy. It's the nearly 100,000 nurses hired since 2018. It's care, when and where you need it. See all the ways we're connecting you to care at ontario.ca/yourhealth. Paid for by the Government of Ontario.
How do you, Subway holiday lover?
I'm dreaming of a turkey sub.
Well, hold on to your chestnuts for Subway's new festive faves meal. A 6-inch turkey sub with cranberry Dijon, crispy potato rings, and 2 red velvet cookies.
Ooh, jingle my bells.
No thank you, but all this delicious and fixins for just $8.99.
Yum. Maybe some sugar plums.
No idea what that is. The new festive faves meal. A merry $8.99. Only at Subway. At participating Canadian restaurants. Extras additional. Terms and conditions apply.
By the fireplace.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, we founded a sisterhood.
Crave presents the next groundbreaking original series from HBO, Dune Prophecy. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe at crave.ca.
TSN 1050. Listen anywhere. Stream your favorite shows on your smart speaker. Simply tell your smart speaker to listen to TSN 1050 everywhere you want it.
They're in New Orleans, we are in Toronto, and the Raptors have a sizable and substantial 104-77 lead on the New Orleans Pelicans. How about a career night for Jamison Battle with 22 points, 8 of 10, 6 of 8 from distance? How about Scotty Barnes, 17, 13, and 7? RJ Barrett, 22, 8, and 11. Jacoby Walter, 10 and 9. Ochai Agbaji with a season-high 24 and 6 rebounds. It's all good for Toronto right now. Put this in a bottle and take it to Miami, Javon.
Keep rolling. Bottle it up. Repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Shead up top. We are at the top of the stretch. 6:10 to go, fourth quarter. Jacoby Walter on the bounce. Into the lane, lays it up and in. Nice move by Walter. 12 points on the night. Raptors threatening that 30-point lead again, which they had earlier in the third quarter. Jamal Shead, great hands, gets the deflection and the knockaway. Walter in the corner, up top. Fernando to Battle. Turns the corner, lobs it up for Bruno, who guides it in with the left hand. I thought Jamison threw that too high, but Bruno took the elevator to the top floor. 108-77, the lead 31 for Toronto. Oh, there's going to be some soul searching in New Orleans tonight. Robinson Earl, 3, no good. Rebound, Jacoby Walter. Raptors with a little give back here, though, Javon. You remember last year, I think it was a 39-point loss in New Orleans.
Yep.
And Brandon Ingram went crazy. Jamal Shead with a 3 in the corner in the bottom of the well. 21 threes for Toronto tonight. They said, oh, you beat us by 39? I got something for you right now. Toronto by 34 at 111-77. The drive and the layup up and in by Brandon Boston Jr. Shead front court for Toronto. 4:35 left. Jacoby Walter, 3, no good. Rebound, New Orleans. Payton straight away. On the bounce to Boston Jr. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound on the floor to Shead. Comes out of the pack, Raptors in the white, moving left to right. Shead to Battle. Stutter dribble, gets to the hoop and lays it in.
He's showing you the whole package now. He's showing you the whole package. We've seen him with a dunk. We've seen him with threes. Now he's showing you the hesitation off of the right dribble. Show us it all.
23. The lead back to 34 for Toronto. Missy in the lane has it knocked away. Payton to Robinson Earl. Stopped on the baseline. Missy drives. Score it and a foul. Bruno Fernando will be the guilty party.
Best thing happening for New Orleans right now is them playing Lil Wayne in the arena.
Well, I hope they're playing the clean version, whatever it is.
Not the old Wheezy. Not the mixtape Wheezy. A little clean Wheezy. That's the best thing going on over there.
Well, the Toronto Raptors are going to get off the schneid. Garrett Temple, the former Pelican, checking in. Here come the Raptors front court. Shead. And they got the offensive foul on Bruno Fernando with an illegal screen. So Toronto performing well tonight. Let one go in Detroit, said not tonight. Jacoby Walter, 3, no good. Still a 32-point edge with 3:15 to go. Raptors blew this thing open in the second half. Up top, Brandon Boston Jr. in the lane. Kick to Robinson Earl, his 3 no good. Rebound, a double-double for Jacoby Walter. Shead kicks it out. Mobo. Up top, Garrett Temple to Bruno Fernando. Now they get it to Shead. His 3 in the air, no good. Raptors 21 of 50 from distance tonight. They are last in the NBA with only 10 three-point makes a game, and they've got double that tonight. Robinson Earl with the bucket for New Orleans. The lead 30 for Toronto. Down the stretch we come. The Raptors, if this was a horse race, be under a comfortable hand ride, and the jockey be standing up looking, saying, is there anybody else on the track? Reverse layup. Up and in for Antonio Reeves. Youngster out of Kentucky. Shead up top, 2 minutes to go. Drive, Shead, floater, up, short. Rebound, Fernando. Bruno, gonna kick it out to Walter. Back to Bruno. Squares, jumper in the air. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Reeves. Outlet, Payton. Loses the handle, and Mobo's got a breakaway, and he's gonna take it all the way in for a two-hand jam.
Mobo still has this look on his face like it's the first quarter and it's a tie game.
Reeves in the lane, floats it up, no good. I was trying to remember, I was in the newsroom the other night after the Detroit game, and our TSN courtside reporter, sometimes Sports Center anchor, all-round, well-rounded broadcaster Nicky Reyes said, Jonesy, I got a line for you when Mobo does something. I'm saying, okay, hit me with it, Nicky. And it was like, kind of like MoboCop or so. I'm going to have to go back in the newsroom now. I'm getting old. I can't even remember the line. Nicky, if you're listening, I'm at the end of the text line, girl. Give it to me now. Mobo just had a breakaway jam, and I had nothing. Knife went in, and all that came out was butter. No pepper, no spice, no nothing.
Miss you, Nicky. I seen her in the hallway a couple days ago too, and I was letting her have it. And she was with us all last year. Now
I know she's gone big time on
big timing us now.
Jacoby Walter floats it up and in. Back comes Robinson Earl, lays it in. Minute 4 to go. Raptors up 117 to 89. And they got me scrambling for everybody's page with everybody's career and season highs. Jacoby Walter with 14 as a new career and season high. 119-89. The Raptors tack on 2 more. Last bucket. By Walter. Great job as he found Shead. 14, 11, and 5 for the youngster in 27 minutes. Now, not everybody's in New Orleans, but you're telling me you can produce, young fella. Payton in the lane, floats it up and in. 119-91, 30 seconds to go. And the Raptors are gonna break the donut. The bagel in the win column on the road is going to be broken. Raptors will have to give it up. Shot clock at 3, 9 seconds to go in the game. And they will take the violation, and I don't believe that should be a turnover. You're up 30. 6 seconds to go. The NBA has to look the other way on that one. Jemison on the drive, but it's all window dressing. It's a 26-point win for the Toronto Raptors. They defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 119-93 and record their first road win of the season.
I thought this was a good one. This was fun. This was a fun one. And I think it was fun because you had Jacoby Walter turned into starting lineup. He came 11, double-double for him, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, right? Knocked down the first shot of the game in the corner. You're like, okay, we get it. We know what, we see you, Coach Darko. We know exactly what you were thinking, right? Abaji, he's come out, responded to Coach Darko, and saying he flat out just needs to play better. 24 points, 6 rebounds for him. RJ, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 22 points. And then Scotty just really setting the tone. Didn't have the best shooting night, but was a force right from the jump and really orchestrated the offense and did a good job on the defensive end as well. There's a lot of good things happen for this team. And last but not least, Jamison Battle. Right, let's not forget that this is supposed to be a two-way player. This is a two-way guy. He's supposed to be with the Raptors 905 tonight. 24 points for him, and I think he's not only put the front office here on notice, he's put the coaching staff on notice, he's put the other 29 teams across the league on notice.
Yeah, you know, a kid that, you know, he comes in fighting for a spot, and it just goes to show there are great players everywhere. You just have to do your homework if you want to find one. And we can see him being interviewed on TV by our colleague Kayla Gray. Bruce Brown crashing the interview. Davion Mitchell crashing the interview. And Javon, you said this earlier. When a team is together, they celebrate successes. Everybody's successes.
Yes.
We're in this together. All the oars in the water pulling in the same direction. Good for Jamison Battle. And the Raptors get their first road win of the season. Jim Taddy up next with postgame. For Owen Hall and Cameron Moore behind the glass, I'm Paul Jones for Javon Shepard saying good night from Toronto. The Raptors win it 119-93 over New Orleans. You've been listening to Tangerine Raptors basketball across the TSN radio network.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels, go to SiriusXM.com/NBA schedule.
.20 and Internet 943, Ducks on Internet 920. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Avalanche on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 926, Knights on Internet 949.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 86, and the SXM app.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Most ball players are just happy that a major league team called out their name at the yearly June amateur draft. To go first overall in the annual exercise is not only an honor, but it also comes with heavy expectations. Recent top picks such as Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, and David Price have all become household names. But which former number one choices have met with the most success? As of the 2015 season, former Chicago White Sox slugger Harold Baines tops the list of most major league games played by a former first overall pick. He put on the cleats for 2,830 regular season games for 5 major league teams. Baines is followed by superstar Ken Griffey Jr., who got into 2,671 games, mostly for the Seattle Mariners. Jr., who also played with the Reds and White Sox, hit 630 career home runs and was the 1997 American League MVP. Only Alex Rodriguez has hit more home runs from a first overall pick position. A-Rod has also played the third most number of games for a top draft pick. Fourth on the list with 2,499 games played is former Atlanta Braves stalwart Chipper Jones. He also hit the third most round trippers for a top pick, launching 468 balls out of the park. The Milwaukee Brewers used the top pick in the 1985 Junior Amateur Draft to nab themselves a B.J. Surhoff. He played 19 seasons and 2,313 games in the Bigs, spending time with the Brewers, Orioles, and Braves. Mike Moore, who was taken first overall by the Mariners back in 1981, got into the most games for a pitcher, taking to the mound 450 times. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM, Channel 89.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Wednesday, November the 27th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA College men's basketball, noon, Indiana faces Louisville. Indiana on Sirius 119, XM 195, and Internet 957. Louisville on XM and Internet 371. 2 p.m., Baylor faces New Orleans on Sirius 162, XM 198, and Internet 952. 2:30 p.m., Gonzaga faces West Virginia. Gonzaga on Sirius 106 XM 203 and Internet 965. West Virginia on XM 382 Internet 972. 4 p.m., San Diego State faces Oregon on XM 389 Internet 979. 4 p.m., Tennessee faces UT Martin on Sirius 139 XM 190 and Internet 960. 4:30 p.m., Maryland faces Bucknell on XM and Internet 372. 5 p.m., Providence faces Oklahoma. Providence on XM 383 Internet 973. Oklahoma on XM 382 Internet 972. 6:30 p.m., Creighton faces Texas A&M. Creighton on XM 390 Internet 980. Texas A&M on XM and Internet 374. 6:30 p.m., Missouri faces Lindenwood on XM 388 Internet 978. 6:30 p.m., Nebraska faces South Dakota on XM and Internet 372. 7 p.m., Cincinnati faces Alabama State on XM 382 Internet 972. 7 p.m., Syracuse faces Cornell on XM and Internet 371. 7 p.m., UCF takes on Milwaukee on Internet 985. 7 p.m., Villanova faces Rider on Internet 983. 7:30 p.m., Arizona faces Davidson on XM 383 Internet 973. 7:30 p.m., Georgia Tech faces Charleston Southern on Internet 984. 9 p.m., Marquette faces Stonehill on XM 390 Internet 980. 10 p.m., Alabama takes on Rutgers. Alabama on Sirius XM and Internet Channels 84. Rutgers on Sirius 119 XM 195 and Internet 957. 10 p.m., Cal takes on Mercyhurst on XM and Internet 371. In NCAA College Women's Basketball, 7 p.m. USC takes on Seton Hall on Internet 986. 8 p.m. Illinois faces Kentucky. Illinois on Internet 987. Kentucky on XM 389 Internet 979. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Wednesday, November the 27th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA College Men's Basketball, noon, Indiana faces Louisville. Indiana on Sirius 119 XM 195 and Internet 957. Louisville on XM and Internet 371. 2 p.m. Baylor faces New Orleans on Sirius 162 XM 198 and Internet 952. 2:30 p.m. Gonzaga faces West Virginia. Gonzaga on Sirius 106 XM 203 and Internet 965. West Virginia on XM 382 Internet 972. 4 p.m. San Diego State faces Oregon on XM 389 Internet 979. 4 p.m. Tennessee faces UT Martin on Sirius 139 XM 190 and Internet 960. 4:30 p.m. Maryland faces Bucknell on XM and Internet 372. 5 p.m. Providence faces Oklahoma. Providence on XM 383 Internet 973. Oklahoma on XM 382 Internet 972. 6:30 p.m. Creighton faces Texas A&M. Creighton on XM 390 Internet 980. Texas A&M on XM and Internet 374. 6:30 p.m. Missouri faces Lindenwood on XM 388 Internet 978. 6:30 p.m. Nebraska faces South Dakota on XM and Internet 372. 7 p.m. Cincinnati faces Alabama State on XM 382 Internet 972. 7 p.m. Syracuse faces Cornell on XM and Internet 371. 7 p.m. UCF takes on Milwaukee on Internet 985. 7 p.m. Villanova faces Rider on Internet 983. 7:30 p.m. Arizona faces Davidson on XM 383 Internet 973. 7:30 p.m. Georgia Tech faces Charleston Southern on Internet 984.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is SiriusXM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. SiriusXM NBA Radio. SiriusXM 86.
I'm Ryan Payton for SiriusXM Sports. For fans of the Maple Leafs who are old enough, February 7th, 1976 was one of the most unforgettable nights of their lives. The Leafs won 11-4 over Boston, but that was not the amazing part. No, what was amazing was that the rout was done almost single-handedly by one man. The man's name, Daryl Sittler. He scored 6 times, added 4 assists for 10 points, which in a single game broke the record of 8 set by Maurice Richard of the Canadiens back in 1944, and it still stands as the all-time record today. Now, just how amazing was it to record 10 points in a game? Well, no one else in the history of the league before or after his performance has even scored 9 points in a game. He also became only the 8th player in NHL history to record 6 goals in one single game. He was the first guy to do that since Red Berenson in 1968, and is another that no one has done since. He was in his first season season as Leafs captain. When he did that, with a little help from his historic performance, he reached the 100-point plateau in the 75-76 campaign, recording 41 goals and 59 assists. He retired in 1985, and he was elected into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1989. Daryl Sittler, a 10-point night, February 7th, 1976, for the Maple Leafs against Boston. For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, November the 27th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA, 7 p.m., Indiana Pacers face the Portland Trail Blazers. Pacers on Sirius 161, XM 217, and Internet 891. Blazers on Internet 904. 7 p.m. Cleveland Cavaliers face the Atlanta Hawks. Cavs on Sirius 137, XM 212, and Internet 885. Hawks on Internet 880. 7 p.m. Washington Wizards face the LA Clippers. Wizards on Sirius 139, XM 215, and Internet 909. Clippers on Internet 892. 7 p.m. Orlando Magic face the Chicago Bulls. Magic on Sirius 138, XM 213, and Internet 901. Bulls on Internet 884. 7 p.m. Charlotte Hornets face the Miami Heat. Hornets on Sirius 162, XM 216, and Internet 883. Heat on Internet 895. 7 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers face the Houston Rockets. 76ers on Sirius 160, XM 214, and Internet 902. Rockets on Internet 890. 7:30 p.m. Dallas Mavericks face the New York Knicks. Mavericks on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 886, Knicks on Internet 899. 8 p.m. Memphis Grizzlies face the Detroit Pistons. Grizzlies on Sirius 158, XM 202, and Internet 894, Pistons on Internet 888. 8 p.m. Minnesota Timberwolves take on the Sacramento Kings. Timberwolves on Sirius XM channels 83, Internet 897, Kings on Internet 905. 8 p.m. New Orleans Pelicans take on the Toronto Raptors. Pelicans on Sirius XM channels 167, Internet 898, Raptors on Internet 907. 8:30 p.m. San Antonio Spurs face the LA Lakers. Spurs on Sirius XM channels 81, Internet 906, Lakers on Internet 893. 9 p.m. Phoenix Suns face the Brooklyn Nets. Suns on Sirius 85, XM 207, and Internet 903, Nets on Internet 882. 9 p.m. Utah Jazz face the Denver Nuggets. Jazz on Sirius 106, XM 206, and Internet 908, Nuggets on Internet 887. 10 p.m. Golden State Warriors take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Warriors on Sirius XM channels 86, Internet 889, Thunder on Internet 900. In the NHL, 7 p.m., Buffalo Sabres take on the Minnesota Wild. Sabres on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 922, Wild on Internet 933. 7 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the St. Louis Blues. Devils on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 936, Blues on Internet 944. 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 924, Rangers on Internet 938. 7:30 p.m., Pittsburgh Penguins face the Vancouver Canucks. Penguins on XM 391, Internet 941, Canucks on Internet 948. 7:30 p.m., Florida Panthers face the Toronto Maple Leafs. Panthers on XM 223, Internet 931, Maple Leafs on Internet 946. 7:30 p.m., Detroit Red Wings face the Calgary Flames. Red Wings on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 929, Flames on Internet 923. 7:30 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the Washington Capitals. Lightning on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 945, Capitals on Internet 950. 7:30 p.m., Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Montreal Canadiens. Blue Jackets on XM 392, Internet 927, Canadians on Internet 934. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Boston Bruins. Islanders on XM 203, Internet 937, Bruins on Internet 921. 8 p.m., Nashville Predators face the Philadelphia Flyers. Predators on XM 204, Internet 935, Flyers on Internet 940. 8:30 p.m., Chicago Blackhawks take on the Dallas Stars. Blackhawks on XM 205, Internet 925, Stars on Internet 928. 10 p.m., LA Kings face the Winnipeg Jets. Kings on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 932, Jets on Internet 951. 10 p.m. Seattle Kraken face the Anaheim Ducks. Kraken on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 943. Ducks on Internet 920. 10 p.m. Colorado Avalanche take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Avalanche on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 926. Knights on Internet 949.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. David Gus Bell, better known as Buddy, played over 2,400 games in the major leagues, mostly with the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers. During that time, Bell hit 201 home runs and added over 1,000 RBI en route to compiling 2,514 hits. An impressive career for a player taken in the 16th round of the 1969 amateur draft. The native of Pittsburgh, who played high school ball in Cincinnati, also suited up for the Reds and Astros near the tail end of his career, but he never had the opportunity to face Major League pitching in the postseason. Bell holds the dubious distinction of having played the most games in the major leagues during the era of divisional play without ever getting a sniff of October baseball. Ferguson Jenkins is the first Canadian-born baseball player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The native of Chatham, Ontario got there because he was a dominant pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, earning 6 straight 20-win seasons and taking home the 1971 Cy Young Award as the National League's top pitcher. A 25-win season with the 1974 Texas Rangers was his high watermark, and Fergie finished his 19-year career with 284 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, and he walked less than 1,000 batters. Yet for all his greatness, Jenkins also never had the chance to play in the postseason. After beginning his career in 1965 with the Phillies, he also served time with the Red Sox, as well as a second tour of duty with both the Rangers and Cubs, retiring after the 1983 season. Jenkins was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, November the 27th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA college men's basketball, noon, Indiana faces Louisville. Indiana on Sirius 119, XM 195, and Internet 957. Louisville on XM and Internet 371. 2 p.m., Baylor faces New Orleans on Sirius 162, XM 198, and Internet 952. 2:30 p.m., Gonzaga faces West Virginia. Gonzaga on Sirius 106, XM 203, and Internet 965. West Virginia on XM 382, Internet 972. 4 p.m., San Diego State faces Oregon on XM 389, Internet 979. 4 p.m., Tennessee faces UT Martin on Sirius 139, XM 190, and Internet 960. 4:30 p.m., Maryland faces Bucknell on XM and Internet 372. 5 p.m., Providence faces Oklahoma. Providence on XM 383, Internet 973. Oklahoma on XM 382, Internet 972. 6:30 p.m., Creighton faces Texas A&M. Creighton on XM 390, Internet 980. Texas A&M on XM and Internet 374. 6:30 p.m., Missouri faces Lindenwood on XM 388, Internet 978. 6:30 p.m., Nebraska faces South Dakota on XM and Internet 372. 7 p.m., Cincinnati faces Alabama State on XM 382, Internet 972. 7 p.m., Syracuse faces Cornell on XM and Internet 371. 7 p.m., UCF takes on Milwaukee on Internet 985. 7 p.m., Villanova faces Rider on Internet 983. 7:30 p.m., Arizona faces Davidson on XM 383, Internet 973. 7:30 p.m., Georgia Tech faces Charleston Southern on Internet 984. 9 p.m., Marquette faces Stonehill on XM 390, Internet 980. 10 p.m., Alabama takes on Rutgers. Alabama on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. Rutgers on Sirius 119, XM 195, and Internet 957. 10 p.m., Cal takes on Mercyhurst on XM and Internet 371. In NCAA college women's basketball, 7 p.m. USC takes on Seton Hall on Internet 986. 8 p.m. Illinois faces Kentucky. Illinois on Internet 987. Kentucky on XM 389, Internet 979. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Wednesday, November the 27th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA college men's basketball, Noon, Indiana faces Louisville. Indiana on Sirius 119, XM 195 and Internet 957. Louisville on XM and Internet 371. 2 p.m., Baylor faces New Orleans on Sirius 162, XM 198 and Internet 952. 2:30 p.m., Gonzaga faces West Virginia. Gonzaga on Sirius 106, XM 203 and Internet 965. West Virginia on XM 382, Internet 972. 4 p.m., San Diego State faces Oregon on XM 389, Internet 9.